Have you ever stopped to think about God's care in every detail? In the beginning, God had already created everything, but he didn't stop there. He shaped man from the dust of the earth and breathed life into him. Just imagine that. Every breath we take comes directly from God. And this is where you learn the next lesson for those who want to walk in the prophetic calling. Nothing you do, no word you prophesy, has value outside of God's breath. You are a channel, not the source. God placed man in the Garden of Eden, a perfect place, full of provision, full of life. But there were limits, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Here's the big truth. Freedom doesn't mean the absence of responsibility. The prophet needs to learn to obey, to discern, and to stand firm in principles. Even when everything around seems safe, comfortable, and pleasant. Haste or carelessness can destroy everything. If you've ever felt tempted to give in to what's easy, leave a comment here. Can you obey God's voice, even when no one is watching? I want to hear about your experience. God saw that it was not good for man to be alone, so he created woman. Notice something essential. The prophet does not walk alone. God always prepares alliances, support, and connections to fulfill his purpose. Recognizing advice, guidance, and help is not weakness, it's strength. This also applies to the prophetic ministry. No one fulfills their calling alone. And the climax of the story appears when we see the first act of human responsibility. Man receives a name, care, and purpose. He doesn't just exist. He manages, protects, and cultivates. Prophecy works like that. Clarity comes together with responsibility. You don't just speak, you live what you convey. Every prophetic word is a reflection of the life you lead. Now pay attention. This takes courage. Courage to obey, to wait, to act with discernment and faithfulness. Courage to protect, to teach, to lead by example. The story in Genesis 2 reminds us that the calling isn't about power or popularity. It's about faithfulness, responsibility, and courage. If this message spoke to you, do the following. Hit the like button, because that helps spread this message to more people who need to hear it. Subscribe to the channel because I'll keep bringing prophetic lessons, chapter by chapter of the Bible. And comment here. Are you ready to take responsibility for what God has given you and live out the calling he has placed on your life? In summary, Genesis 2 teaches us that God carefully prepares the setting. And the prophet is the one who learns to walk in freedom, with responsibility, discerning, obeying, and acting with courage. Every detail of God's calling needs to be valued, cultivated, and lived out with a steadfast heart and attentive eyes.